Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Longing, episode 122, I believe. And it's been a little while since the last episode. And the very specific reason that I have come here to make an episode today on March 14th in uh, where I live in the US and March 15th in Japan is because today's episode, I want to do a rant about, and this is possibly in poor taste in the case of I, if I am wrong, but from everything I can see, I do not seem to be wrong. But tell me if I'm being an inconsiderate, wrong idiot in the comments. But today is Attack on Titan Sunday. It's the day. It's Sunday, and so Attack on Titan comes out today, and I was very much looking forward to today's episode, but it is delayed because there was an earthquake in Japan, and that's yeah, earthquake in Japan. Yeah, it's just an episode of some cartoon. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. At the same time, though, I would like for the episode to be out, and I would like it if people who were like whining about the Attack on Titan community for like wanting the episode to be out would maybe do a little bit of research before they like call me an asshole. Like if and here's the thing. So I went looking into this because everybody's all like, "You assholes, can't you have any empathy for all of the people in Japan who have been hurt by this horrible dilemma, this horrible natural disaster that has just ruined Japan today? Why can't you just realize that your own stupid desires of this episode are like nothing in comparison to the horror that these people are going through?" Yeah. Let me, let's see. Is this gonna record if I, minimize this and show you what I've got up here? Okay, so the earthquake today. If first off, I had to dig to like I had to go find like a specific website that talks about earthquakes because this isn't in the news anywhere. This earthquake was not big enough to make the news like at all. Maybe locally it made the news, but like what it's like you look online for articles about it and there aren't any. But whatever. Here we go. Moderate magnitude 4.7 earthquake, 24 kilometers south of Wakayama, Japan, on Monday 15th, March 2021, 12:25 a.m. 9 hours ago. According, it's for me, it's 8:48 right now. I think this might be off because of daylight savings, but maybe my phone's off. I can't remember which. But yeah, this is the earthquake which stopped the episode of Attack on Titan today. Um, let's see. Let's see. Any important information here? Uh, the quake was probably felt by many people in the area of the epicenter. It should not have caused significant damage other than objects falling from shelves, broken windows, etc. Broken windows is kind of a big deal, I feel like, but still nobody has said anything about broken windows, but maybe some people had them. I don't know. The thing is, you also got to remember is Japan gets so many earthquakes, and you're going to see that in a second, that like they build their houses to deal with earthquakes. So it's unlikely that there was any significant damage from a 4.7. But I know that if you're not familiar with earthquakes, you just hear like a number and you think, well, four's more than three and three's more than two. It could be big. Who knows? It stopped the episode. My heart and my thoughts and prayers go out to them. And that's fine. I understand, and that's a good reaction to have. But don't then immediately go and like call other people out for not having the same reaction because maybe those other people know more about the earthquake than you do. Like, it bothers me. Um, but anyway, yeah, other than objects falling from shelves, broken windows, etc. And then we can see, let's see, there was a place where we could see, okay, user reports for this quake. There's 12. That, to be fair, there were more user reports for this earthquake than I think all the others this week. So I guess it is kind of a big deal this week. But let's see. Central Osaka. Very weak shaking, horizontal swinging. Felt dizzy, so I checked any hanging object. I found light strings swinging about 5 to 10 degrees. Light shaking, moderate shaking, not felt, light shaking, weak shaking, moderate shaking, weak shaking, single lateral shake, very weak shaking. Another thing I should point, okay, so moderate shaking, this one was the closest to the epicenter. So like there's something to keep in mind as I'm being a fucking idiot asshole here and like pretending I know a lot about this when I really don't either. Like I need to be keeping in mind like the light shaking is from further away and moderate shaking for people who are close to it. So like there that's something. I shouldn't be too yeah, I'm being kind of an asshole here. But it was annoying to me that like you look up like news for this earthquake and it's such a normal thing in Japan that like this doesn't even register as news. You can't find any news articles about it. You'll find noodles about people hurting their teeth on overcooked noodles, which I literally did before you find any information on this earthquake, because those are more important news stories today in Japan, because nobody gives a shit. Like there were people like saying, "Oh, I can't believe that there are assholes in the AOT community who are making jokes about this, making jokes like, oh, it's the rumbling and the rumbling is coming early." But that's what they're doing in Japan, because in Japan they don't care. They started it. But yeah, this proves that the AOT community is full of assholes that don't have any shred of human emotion. Oh, oh, what assholes! But like, let's go back here and look how many earthquakes just today. Like, how many like and no, where were all these people whining when they had a 7 this month? Like 4 weeks ago, they had a 7. That is a big deal. And like, you didn't even hear about that. I didn't hear about it. Maybe I'm just misinformed. But they had a 7 this month. What? And for the record, I'm pretty sure how this works is with the Richter scale, each number up is 100 times worse than the number below it. Let me just check that real quick. Yeah. Definition, let's see. Richter scale. Wikipedia? See if it'll tell me. You can just, is it logarithmic? I couldn't say that word. Well, maybe it's a different, maybe it's not a 10, like a times 10. It might be some other, no, oh, it looks complicated, god dang. Okay, that looks complicated. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I thought it was just like 10 times whatever the last number was. But maybe not. Well, so this is the thing. It happens a lot. Um, it like I don't think anybody got hurt, even if they did. That sucks, and I hope everybody's okay. But it's just don't be on your high horse being like, I can't believe people care more about the episode than the earthquake, when you yourself don't even know like that this is just normal in Japan. But maybe it says something bad about me that I'm so bothered by this. Uh, it very much might. Um, but I don't know. I was excited for the episode, and I don't think I'm wrong for wanting to know when it comes out. Oh well. But if I'm wrong, that makes me a big asshole, and I hope everybody's okay if I'm wrong. But yeah. Well, I'm not gonna make this a long episode. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah. I'm just gonna end it here. Wait, no, there was one other thing I found interesting, that this might be bullshit, but I read somebody saying on one of these subreddits for Attack on Titan that the reason that Japan has so many above ground power lines, like you see it in the art all the time of like all like the pretty like I talked to my parents about this and they like hate power lines. They think they're ugly, but like I think there's something very romantic about power lines. I think they're very pretty. And you see them a lot in like art of like Japanese like buildings like in little towns and stuff, and with all the power lines and like sunsets and stuff, and it's beautiful. um, and apparently one of the reasons for that is because underground power lines are more susceptible to being broken up in earthquakes. And I thought that was really cool, interesting little detail to know why there are so many above ground power lines in Japan. So hopefully that's true, and I'm not just repeating like BS facts that aren't real. Uh, yeah, I should have probably looked that one up, but you can look it up if you want. Maybe I'll look it up after this episode and say if I'm wrong or not. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. See you later.